to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
Welcome to Panther Sports Talk inside the team room with head coach Mark Farley. Panthers dropped the season opener at Air Force. Air Force 21-5 overall the last two seasons. You knew this was going to be a very tough road test to kick off the year.
Oh, they were different. It was their offense, 100% their offense. We went in there and they executed, and I tell you what, they're 21-5 for a reason and very good at home.
Last year and the year before, Air Force led the country in rushing yards, and maybe describe to our viewers why that is such a tough offense to slow down and stop.
Well, it's an offense you only play once every 5 years. I mean, we don't see it very often, and you have to put a specific defense in to play against it, so it takes time to prep for it, and it's much different than any offense you'll ever play the rest of the season. So that, along with playing them at their place, I thought that turned out to be a bigger factor. I knew it was a factor, I just didn't know how big a factor. When you add the offense to it on top of the elevation, those two things together really create a wear and a tear and a very, very tough offense to play.
Panthers did move the ball against Air Force defensively, actually had a lot more passing yards than Air Force did. What did you think as you evaluate the game film about how your team attacked through the air?
The way I evaluated it was I thought we did a good job on offense. We need to score points when we get in the red zone. We need to get points when we cross the 50-yard line. But we moved the ball. We were going up and down, getting first downs. The rushing game was there. The throwing game was on point and the ball was getting out on time. It was that we didn't convert it into points, particularly when we got inside the 20-yard line.
Any other plays that you'd love to have back where, you know, it either killed momentum or just really changed the tempo of the game?
Well, I'd probably say a couple of them. One was we had them pinned. Cal Loescher did a great job punting, exceptional job. It really was changed the field position for us. But we had them pinned on the first drive. Well, our first drive we should have scored, and then we had a illegal procedure penalty. Then we pinned them on the 2-yard line. We had them pinned, I think it was a 3rd and long, and then they convert a scramble pass for a touchdown. You get those two plays back and, you know, get up by 7 or get the ball back at the 50, so get more points. You get a little different game in the first half. And then, you know, the other part of it is we're going down to score, and that's when Theo fumbled around 4-yard line, something like that too, when it would have been about 17-10. So we didn't capitalize on plays, they did.
Logan Wolf, we have a story on him coming up later on in the show. Just talk about what it means to have him as a big target, big threat for your team.
Well, he showed up. He had that pass in the back of the end zone. He had it because he's got good height, good range, good hands, and that play is basically what he's made for. That's his body style. That's what he's good at, and he's not up to full speed yet. I'd say he's probably running about 90% right now. So it was good to get him in a game, good to play the whole game. He's only going to get better now because the confidence will continue to grow.
Any other new guys in? It's the first time suiting up for the Panthers that you thought had a really good first game experience for you?
Well, Kale's the one I've already mentioned. I mean, he was definitely the difference maker in the football game that stood out. The other guy that stood out to me was Deion McShane. He's not a newcomer, but had an exceptional job in catches and runs after catch. So he had over 100 yards of offense against a very good defense as well. So those things stood out to me. And then on defense, I do think that, you know, Caden Hoftelling really did a nice job, and Christian Boyd really did a nice job for us inside.
We'll be back with more with Coach Farley from the team room inside the Unidome. This is Panther Sports Talk.